Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again with another freaking video, but this time we are on a whole new channel, Retro freaking Madness. Of course, even though we are currently doing reactions to the most recent seasons of 90 Day Fiancé, Sister Wives, and so on Moving Mad, well, on Retro Madness, we're going to be doing all the past seasons of some of these shows that we watched at this moment in time with absolute outrage. But of course, let's see exactly where it all began. But of course, we are starting with Season 2, Episode 1, because we have already covered Episode 1 on Patreon. Now, with that being said, let's not waste any more time and see exactly what Season 2 had to offer us back in the day. Let's get it.
Don't do the dishes too much, don't do laundry too much. The last couple years, I've kind of been, casually dating. Some might think I might have been a ladies' man.
Right, so straight off the bat, we are starting off with Justin. Justin is in transition to meet Evelyn. Okay. And straight off the bat, we're seeing that this guy is an absolute slob. Obviously, he's been living that bachelor life. That's something that he does say. And because he's been living that bachelor life of being a slob, it looks to me as if he's probably looking for me to come in and, do the dirty dishes for him, because there's a lot of men out there that are always looking for a woman to come in their life and do all the things that they don't want to do. But hey, the idea might seem great, but the lifestyle may not be the best, because of course you're now accompanying a second human being in your life. And of course that can be challenging. But hey, let's see exactly what goes down with Justin and Evelyn in this first episode. Assuming that we meet her this episode, which we would. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
3 months later, I ended up going back to Colombia to see if this romance was real. And by the end of that trip, I ended up proposing to her.
Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord. So with Justin, it's very simple here. He met Evelyn in a line because he was in Colombia at the time, and he decided to give her his charm. It worked. And of course, he then decided to, so he spent 7 days with her initially, then obviously disappeared back to America, came back 3 months later on, and then boom, bam, decides to propose. I guess some things just don't change, do they? Right. Well, this is straight off not to a good start. Why? Because you don't even know the woman. She doesn't even know you. But hey, man, some people be moving fast. Why? I don't have a bloody clue, apart from being desperate, sad, desperate, sad. I don't know, man. But anyway, let's continue.
So nervous for meeting with your mother because...
No. I mean, I haven't told anybody really yet. It's going to be a surprise.
Oh, Lord of mercy on my soul. He has not told no one that she's coming. That is never a good start. Oh, dear. We're already off to a freaking calamity.
I haven't really told my friends or family about Evelyn yet. I can tell somebody K1 visa, 90 days to marriage. It sounds strange. So I kind of been keeping it a secret.
The problem isn't the fact that it sounds strange. The problem is that you know it's strange. You know it's not going to go down well with a lot of people. And you know what people are going to assume straight off the bat. But of course, you've gone up and done it anyway, haven't you? Well, we continue.
You tell your family?
Nope. I'm waiting. It's a surprise.
Just because it's, just a foreign country?
It just sounds weird, right?
Yeah,
Fiancé from Colombia.
Yeah, it sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I might want to hear the negative stuff, so...
Oh man, boy, you gotta love Americans, eh? You gotta love Americans. They're always going to assume the worst rather than the best, But I mean, listen, I get it. People are used on a daily basis, obviously for green cards and all sorts. People are used all around the world for so many different things. And I get it. I honestly do get it. But he's obviously confident about the situation with Evelyn. And I think, no one should be judging if he's confident about it. I mean, it was his idea to propose to her anyway, given the fact that he had met her, spent 7 days with her, then obviously disappeared for 3 months to America because obviously he had to, went back and then spent 2 weeks with her and then decided to propose to her. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's Evelyn people should be questioning in terms of whatever intentions are. They should be questioning Justin because he's the one that's gone off the whim to be like, boom, bam, let's just get engaged. Because obviously he wants in America and he wants her to stay. He doesn't want her to go back. And obviously he doesn't want to go to Colombia and move there. So if you ask me, this has nothing to do with Evelyn to the slightest. This is all him. Well, based on the evidence so far, this is all him and not a single part is it her. But we continue. You know what's the craziest thing about this situation here? I've heard about Danielle. and I've heard about Mohammed as well. But bear in mind, I haven't seen these first seasons, you know what I mean? I literally see a season here and there over the years, you know what I mean, too. I started obviously reacting to them on the other channel, Moving Mad, you know what I'm saying? But I've heard about Mohammed and his treatment towards her, so I'm actually really excited to see what goes down with Mohammed. And obviously he has been compared to the most recent Mohammed of 90 Day Fiancé with Eve, so this one is going to be an interesting one, if you dig what I'm saying. But anyway, let's continue. So far, hope you guys are enjoying the show. Please make sure you hit the like button, of course, and also if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But let's continue.
4 or 5 months into talking, he proposed marriage. It was through messaging. I was resistant at first.
Why do I not believe that she was resistant at first? Why do I not believe that? I mean, listen, first and foremost, what I've learned so far is that she's got 3 kids, 3 teenage girls, which is fantastic. And obviously she says that American women around her, and American men around her age or a little bit younger are always out partying and stuff, doesn't really want to settle down with her, allegedly. So obviously she's opted for Mohammed. And there was a 15-year gap between her and Mohammed. And it was quite interesting, but when she said it, she was quite like, yeah, this is 15 years. And then there was a dramatic pause. But either way, though, we're now in this situation here where she's obviously explaining the whole proposal. But let's not forget, though, at this moment in time, they haven't even met yet. Yeah, this is off to a great start. Danielle, Dan freaking Yale. But hey, let's continue.
I knew that I loved him and cared about him. Then I said yes. I love you so much, and I'm not ever leaving you.
You know what the hardest thing is? It's so hard for me to watch this properly and just take it in for what it is, because people have said so much madness, you know, about this couple. But she loves him. She loves him and she's never letting him go. It's crazy, though, how he can sound so desperate to a freaking stranger. You haven't met him. He is still a stranger. And you're talking about how much you love him and you never leave him. Yeah, a second ago, you was literally saying that you was hesitant at first to say yes to him. You see what I'm saying? Girl, bye. Why are you lying for? You head over heels for him. Damn, man, she was selling her soul pretty much just for free. She was like, yep, I'm going to love you forever and give you everything. Well, I'm looking forward to see what exactly he does to her, man, because goddamn, the way she's putting it on a platter is embarrassing. But hey, we continue.
I saved money and worked a lot of overtime to get my ticket to go. I knew if I wanted him in my life, I needed to do that.
Oh, damn, so they have met each other. Interesting. But, you know, I'll tell you what's more interesting. She spoke about how she's got 3 kids and how it can be very expensive. So, what actually was saving for this ticket to go see him, I wonder what she was doing with her kids. Like, she already talked about how tight money was. I wonder if she, like, kind of, like, sidelined some of the needs for her children for her to get her finances in check so she can go see her dream man. I mean, listen, people, what people do for love, allegedly love, is insane. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to neglecting their children. Now, I'm not saying that's the case, but it's just a bit subjective because she literally said, you know, that our 3 kids and it can get very expensive, you know. But hey, either way, though, she went and saw her man, but she only saw him once, by the looks of it. But hey, I guess once was more than enough for her to say yes. I guess nothing changes, eh? Nothing freaking changes. But hey, man, we continue.
It's gonna be a big culture shock because he's never been around kids, especially teenage girls. I keep asking him, "Are you sure you're up for this?"
Why? People gotta stop doing this, man. Like introducing men or even women to children. Come on, man. Listen, this is now I know why people were comparing Eve's relationship and with Mohammed to Danielle. And like, difference is she had 1 kid, but and to be fair, her kid did have conversations with Mohammed over the FaceTime. But either way, though, it's not good enough. But nonetheless, though, she's seen him once. Been 11 months since she's even seen him. The kids are going to be in for a culture shock for starters, okay? Because obviously he's Muslim and whatnot. And at this moment in time, she wants to marry a man who has never been around children. So how do you know he's going to be good around children? And also on top of that, these are teenage girls, for goddamn sake. being around teenage girls isn't going to be easy as 1, 2, 3. Even if it was teenage boys, it's still going to be easier than 1, 2, 3. But I think with girls, it could be a bit more challenging because they're going through that. I mean, puberty for girls, I can imagine it being different for being harder than it is for guys, because girls are going through the whole bleeding process, you know what I mean? Hormones all over the... She should have allowed him to... There's two options. It's either you bring him to America on also visa, whatever, and let him obviously spend time with your children to see if he's actually going to work, if he's going to get along with your children, okay, and if he's going to treat them right and with respect. Or the other one, which I wouldn't recommend, but that is to take your kids all the way to his country and, you know, let him obviously spend time with your children while you're there. I did, again, not really the one that I would go for, but either way though, if you want to be sure that you're bringing the right person around your children, you gotta figure something out. And to be honest, if you're doing it on video call isn't good enough. You got to see this person in person. How is he looking at his children? How does he talk to them? Do you know what I'm saying, okay? How does he react to some of the things that they do? This is already a calamity and hasn't even started yet. Damn, man, I don't know if I'm even going to get through to the next couple, to the other couples at this point. But okay. We keep going. Don't forget to like the video, though. Come on now.
I did want another relationship, so I went to an international dating site, and I looked in the Philippines because they had good marriage values, and the women are cute too.
Can somebody please define good marriage values? I went online and I specifically targeted the Philippines because they have good marriage values. What kind of madness is coming out of this guy's mouth? Oh yeah, this guy's Brett, by the way. Is he okay? So he wants to insult every single woman in every other country. So women in America don't have good marriage values. Women in the UK, Canada, Mexico, Russia, Lithuania, you know what I'm saying, Germany, Spain, Portugal, like Ukraine. What's going on here? Japan, China. Sorry, man, but that's how I'm taking it. I mean, he's like, I looked in Philippines because they go, Brett is already my first sign of a past big edge at this moment in time, you know. But or shall I say, what's that British guy's guy? Richard from the UK version. He was something else. But okay. We we continue.
It was instant. On our taxi ride to the hotel, I couldn't keep my hands off her, and there was sparks. And 5 days later, I proposed.
I ain't gonna lie to you guys, man. I am struggling. Like just hearing what these people are saying is so current to what's happening now. 5 days, man met online. He then obviously spoke to her for a bit, then flew over to the Philippines. Within 5 days of being in the Philippines, boom, bam, proposed. Some people love that risky life. I mean, listen, man, they do say that love at first sight is a thing, and I guess it is a thing for some people, but I don't know if it's a thing in today's society, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But okay, buddy boy. And obviously, this woman is called Daya. I mean, this woman is Daya, okay, you know what I'm saying? But, sorry, man, but I can't handle this, but I cannot handle this madness, this level of freaking retro madness. You like what I did there, right? But let's get into it. All right, boom. So this is Chelsea and Yemen. Now, obviously, I don't really have anything to add at this moment in time, but I'm just putting out there that I'm not skipping them, by the way. Obviously, so far, he seems quite good. Obviously, he's a musician in his country, and you know, he feels like a king. He's a celebrity, but you know, obviously, they spend time together. They want to be together, and obviously, she's saying, well, Chelsea's saying that, you know, in terms of water and all that kind of stuff, it's hard to have there because there's days when they don't have any water. So she wants to move back to America in hopes that obviously life will give them a better chance and X, Y, Z. So to be fair with you, right now their relationship seems quite genuine. So I don't have too much to add, but I thought I'd just add them in, and so you know I'm not skipping them, you know what I mean. But anyway, we continue on to the next one. So man like Justin, okay, so Evelyn has just arrived at the airport, right? All right, cool. But he rocked up in a limousine. Yeah, let's just process that. Right, bro, you're not rich, like, but why are you coming in a limousine? Like, you're setting the standard at a ridiculous freaking thing, because obviously she's coming now. She's like, oh my God, I feel like, you know what, let me play this local bit here where she talks about how she feels.
I say, what?
Really? Oh, yeah.
The people say, what is it? Who's the girl? Who's this girl? So I feel like a little star.
Man, I mean, listen, I think it's romantic. I think it's an amazing thing, but You know, Mandem, I've been telling you Mandem for a long time now, okay? Be careful what standard you set for yourself at the beginning. Because if you make a woman believe that you're someone who you're not, it's looking peak for you moving forward. But look at it this way, if you make her believe that you've actually got money to splash like that, she's thinking, oh, I wonder what I can get now. You see what I'm saying? No, and I don't mean in a gold digger way. I mean like, if you present yourself as someone that's got cash, then of course she's looking to see whether that means she's expecting to be looked after quite well financially, especially given the fact that she just came, you know what I mean, and from Colombia and she can't work. So of course, obviously, she, you know, they're gonna have to be living off his paycheck for a while until she's able to actually get work, given that they get to that stage, which obviously always happens anyway. So, I mean, look at it this way. When we had Patrick and Thias, Patrick presented himself as this guy with tons of money. So whenever they went shopping for stuff, she was picking at everything and everything going, no matter the price. And then he was like, whoa, no, we ain't doing that. But that's because that's what you set in front of you. You presented that. You present yourself as someone who can financially support no matter what you wanted. And that's what he did. And this is kind of the same thing, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Just like I said, I don't know, man. You can say I'm overthinking it, but I've always said to people, listen, if you know you ain't balling like that, don't present yourself as if you're balling like that. You know what I mean? You know, if you had to spend a whole monthly paycheck on a pair of Gucci or Prada or whatever it could be, right? And you wear it on your first date, you're setting yourself up for madness. Remember that. Because the fact is people judge people based on what they look like from the very get-go. That is a fact, you know what I mean? Like, as soon as you look at someone, you're like, okay. I mean, look at it this way. If a woman meets a guy and she sees he's got a Rolex on, she's thinking, rah, this guy either's got money, or maybe he's feeding himself a bit too much, or maybe he's a bit snobby, or maybe he's got a very good job, he's very stable. Well, if he doesn't mind spending money on a Rolex, then maybe he doesn't mind, you know, looking after me every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, you're setting the bar for yourself. But if a man rocks up with a Casio, you know what I'm saying? They're like, whoa, the Casio's nice, but now I know where he's at. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion, man. I'm just saying. I ain't saying you gotta agree with me, but that's what I'm telling you guys, okay? But anyway, don't forget to like the video so far. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, subscribe if you're new. But let's continue.
Get on your thing. Oh, see.
Ay, amor. Oh my God.
Are you ready for bed?
Yes, please.
You got your pajamas?
Maybe you know.
You sleep naked?
One thing that I will say though is that they do look like as if they generally have a connection. I don't feel like it's a situation where she's out here trying to use him for anything personally. You know, I just feel like the way she's vibing off him is actually really good. It's actually quite awesome, to be fair with you. So I do believe that there is a genuine connection from her side as well as his. You know, and it is the thing though. It's nice to see that he's obviously wanting to go all out with her. He's got the limo, he's got the flipping roses or whatever, the flowers on the bed, and she's walked in and he's got butterflies with Evelyn and Justin, and then there was a banner with Evelyn and Justin. Do you know what I mean? So to be fair with you, like, end of the day, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, man. Like, honestly, he's just showing how much he really wants her to stay and really wants her in his life, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? But of course, this is only episode 1, so let me not get too. Let me hold my thoughts back, actually, to be fair, because the first episode is always the warming episode, you know what I mean? It's after the first episode it gets a bit interesting, doesn't it now? So you know what? Let me hold off on my thoughts real quick. Let me just hold off on them for right quick. But either way, so far, I don't get vibes that she's there for the wrong reasons. But, you know, we continue. I mean, wait for it. Just wait for this. Oh my goodness gracious me.
And I don't know if he's at LaGuardia Airport to make a flight to come here.
So has he called you since?
Can somebody explain to me why in the Bumba Ross clan is she crying? She is a ball of mess. Wait. Chill. Hold on a minute.
No.
See this right here? This is a madness. You can't be crying like this. So obviously what's happened now with Mohammed is that he's taken the flight. He's landed in New York. But, you know, she was meant to hear from him, but she ain't heard nothing from him. She doesn't know if he's obviously now moving on to the next airport, whatever we call it. And because he's made no contact, she's out here panicking. It's crazy, though, because why are you panicking, though? Like, if you be confident enough that he's going to make it, right? You love him, right? He loves you, right? Yeah? Maybe let me watch some more, and maybe I'll find out why she's. Well, I hope you find out why she's crying, because come on, man, like this is ridiculous. And she's crying in front of her 3 kids. Is this And she was crying last night as well, because this is why they're having the conversation right now. The daughter asked her, so why was you? What happened last night? I heard you crying. She's crying again. Come on, man, pick yourself up, girl. Pick yourself up. Don't embarrass yourself like that. Come on now. What?
He's not calling.
My worst fear would be that he did come for her just to visit, and he just like left, and I think my mom would be like really upset.
She wouldn't really want to deal with stuff anymore, and she would just get down and depressed and stuff.
I mean, sadly, obviously, based on what people have said, obviously, he does obviously make it through at some point, right? I'm looking forward to that part, to be honest with you. But hey, the way her kids are already saying the visa situation. Yo, that's savage though. The way the daughters are like, the daughters are basically saying that they actually never had any faith that this man could actually love their mother. Is this like the standard that they have for her mother? Did they really see their mother being like that, like, I don't know, unattractive or unworthy, like of a guy like Muhammad? Like, yo, that's crazy though. I think it's one thing to hear it from maybe friends or random people, but your own kids also thinking the same thing? Yo, that's some... Hey, I don't know how you Americans be raising your kids, man, but damn, the way that she's... Sorry, I can't handle the fact that the kid said that. That's different.
So as far as Chelsea, I hope that she is helping Amir make the right decisions. So I wrote her a letter, and I was not... I don't think I was insulting in any way.
Wait, what? My guy wrote her a letter. He wrote... So the situation in this one here is that obviously she's taking Amir away to America. So obviously he's basically abandoning the group. Amir says that maybe this will help open up doors for the group, but obviously he's saying that without you here, these other guys haven't got there's no hope basically, yeah. So he's obviously annoyed with Chelsea for taking him away. Okay, man, I want to know what his letter says, but okay.
The basic gist of the letter is, how could I be so selfish to take Amir away from the group and from Gabrielle?
Rah, okay, so we got an American fighting an American. Well, you got an American woman who wants her man, but you got an American manager who wants his guy to stay there because he's probably profiting for him. That's the way it sounds to me. He's probably thinking I need him to stay because he pays for me to be here. Without him, then it's a bit peak. I mean, especially if he's saying a lot of me. I don't know. Let's see what else is said here.
Me. It's all about me, Gabrielle. I just want to see everyone before I go.
When do you guys leave anyway? Tomorrow?
We leave the day after tomorrow, Wednesday.
You know when it's peak? It's freaking peak. But listen, man, if Chelsea's happy, Amir's happy, then end of conversation. Nothing else needs to be said. But hey, man, in the music business? No, in the business where you make money for someone else, of course they're going to be acting a little bit cagey, fishy, offy, whatever the word is. But oh well, bro, you're going to find yourself a new meal ticket to keep you where you are and making money where you are, bro. Anyway, let's continue, man.
Because you wrote me, and this is my chance to talk to you. Because the letter you wrote me was extremely hurtful, and that's why I haven't seen you. You said I'm manipulative, I'm a liar, that like, how could I have convinced him to go with me?
What's the next step? A rural town in Illinois? Be honest, he has to have a plan.
Be there.
Okay.
It's a freaking bloodbath, a mental one or a physical one, of course. Like, come on, guys, By the way, obviously, I have to keep pausing it to make sure, obviously, copyright doesn't hit me and whatnot. Obviously, these videos are clean off Discovery, not edited like the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I can only play them for shorter. But yeah, clips are better than no clips, okay? Come on now. What's wrong with you guys, man? Don't be so greedy. Anyway, let's continue.
That's all, I mean, he's like a son, and I just want to make sure that he's okay.
This guy talks about being manipulative, but then he's the one out here crying. Why are you crying for? Don't be lying. Listen, it's got nothing to do with Amir being a son to you. It's the fact that he's been paying your bills for God knows how long. If you ask me, it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. I really hope that Chelsea and Amir did actually make it after the show, you know what I mean, and they did become a thing. Oh, that reminds me. Please, nobody put spoilers in. I should have said this. I should have said this at the beginning of the video. God damn. If you've already seen the season, please don't do no spoilers. No spoilers, please. Okay, I don't want to know what happens next. Okay, that's why I'm here. So I can go back in time and see exactly what went down. So no freaking spoilers. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Yeah, but yeah, we continue.
In the morning, I see the reality and I say, whoa, it's too much for me. What happened here? Joseph.
Ah.
Look at
This is why Justin wanted you here, lady. I said this at the very beginning of the episode. Man was talking about being a slob. He said, wait, no, that was the other guy who said about Philippine women. This is Colombian. Either way, though, he's expecting her to do all that madness.
Look at this.
What?
This?
Okay.
Okay.
I will start making pancakes. I think the sink is too small.
No, it's not. You need clean.
Did my guy just say that the sink is too small? No, shut up. This guy just said the sink is too small. What are you looking for? A whole bin? Like, bro, like the sink isn't too small. Sinks are not built for you to leave your clutter inside. They're built for you to clean your clutter bit by bit. Listen, if I cook, as soon as I finish cooking, I'm going to clean everything that I've used to cook with, and then I'm going to eat my food. And then once I eat, I'm going to clean everything that I used to eat with. I'm not going to pile it on top. Honestly, I actually find it hard to go around people's houses, you know, especially around Christmas. Oh no, I forget that. Anytime. And they eat, they cook, they eat, and they put it all in there, and they leave it inside there for hours, and then they'll clean the next day or later on. I'm like, why though? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, oh yeah, but I want you to soak up on that. Like, sorry, but this is ridiculous. Man said the sink is too small. He needs to.
2-3 weeks this here.
The game, like I gotta go watch TV. I can't like the game's on.
Man's talking about I gotta watch the game though. The games. I mean, he hasn't asked her to do it yet, but I know he's expecting her to do it. Well, like she said before, this is the reality, the freaking reality.
I was looking for a partner. I think I wanted someone that, you know, kind of wanted to like be my wife, you know, rather than just want to get married. The dryer, the washer, the vacuum, the ironing board, the rubber gloves.
Man said I'm looking for someone to be my wife, not just, oh my goodness. So basically, in a nutshell, a wife is someone that's going to do his clothes, his laundry, the kitchen, the mopping, the hoovering, the way he was showing her all the bits and bobs. Disrespectful. Raw, bro, like, is this what we're doing now? You are not a mandem, you are a lad. This is the type of behavior that a lad would do. Maybe the mandem too, to be fair. Nah, he's a lad. If you don't know the difference, then you don't know the difference. But there's a difference between a mandem and a lad. Ha! Hey. Oh, okay. Let's see what she says here. I didn't come to America.
I didn't come in America only for clean dishes. No, Cinderella, you know every day clean.
I'm the king of the bedroom. Remember that? You are.
I mean, listen. She made facts. She said, "I'm no Cinderella." I mean, it's crazy, but she referenced Cinderella before Cinderella became the queen. I like what she did there. She used the past first. People don't usually do that. To be fair, that's why I like that. Just want to put it out there. But anyway, we continue.
Yes.
I'm watching the game. Let me know if you need anything.
Ciao.
Okay.
Any change, little things, because.
Man said, I'm gonna go watch the game. Let me know if you need anything. PRICK.
Finally. Stop crying.
No, I was so worried.
Stop crying.
I was so
Call me a savage, but you know what? You know what? Despite the fact that people have always referenced their relationship but not actually said any details, you know what? Even if I didn't get any references or whatever, I would have known straight off the bat that this is going to be an absolute madness. Why? Because of her own freaking behavior. Her behavior just screams vulnerability. Just vulnerable to anything and everything, and that is something that a lot of people would look to take advantage of, whether it be a partner, a family member, friends, because she's so freaking vulnerable, fragile. It's emotional to watch. Oh dear Lord, man. Damn. Okay, well, he's here now. She knows that he's landed and he's made it through, so that's the good thing. Although for someone that was a nervous train wreck, she was an hour late to the airport to pick him up. What the hell? I thought she would have been like 2 hours early to be anything, let alone be an hour late. But anyway, they're here now, and well, let's get it.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
You have to go there and go get it.
Okay.
My name is Zaya. I'm 29 years old and I'm from the Philippines.
She is suspect. First and foremost, she's like, my bag's over there, you need to go get it. Listen, if he's a man or a gentleman, shall I say, he's gonna go do it anyway. But she's already given him direction. That was a flag to me because I'm thinking, raw. She likes to give charge. Okay, let's let it slide. Let's let it slide. And then she spoke, and I'm like, raw. I mean, I heard her speak before on the phone conversation, but I wasn't too sure. But she can speak good freaking English, which isn't a bad thing. But boy, where'd she learn English that good though? I mean, given that this is the first time she's left her country though, maybe she's left before, I don't know, or maybe she's got a history of speaking to many men from America or even the UK. Who knows? Listen, man, when it comes to 90 Day Fiancé, you got to pick out every single little bit because you never freaking know everyone's intentions. You dig what I'm saying? But let's continue though.
You're gonna give me roses. Remember when I was still in the Philippines, I told you that I like roses?
Girl can't even appreciate the flowers. The thought doesn't even count. It's I wanted roses. Well, I guess when a girl knows what she wants, she knows what she wants, and I guess that's the way it is. But it's gonna be very interesting to see how their relationship turns out because, boy, right now we know exactly who the boss is. Either way, though, that is the end of the very first episode of season 2, episode 1, 90 Day Fiancé. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section, and we'll most certainly talk about it. But please, no spoilers, please, I beg for mercy, no spoilers, please. But anyway, with that being said, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and well, peace.